Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. My son gave me some meat. It seems to be a chuck. And what I'm going to be pouring on it is a pork lamb beef rub with tomato powder. Now, where do you get tomato powder? When I can tomatoes and I peel the tomatoes, what I do is I dehydrate the peelings and then I grind them up into a powder. And that's how I get that, all right? So I am going to be putting in. Now I have given you this pork, lamb, and beef rub, and I can't remember what was in it at the time. But when I make it again, I'll be giving this recipe out. But if you go into the old recipes, go further back, you'll probably see it somewhere in there. Because I know I gave it to you. I don't do something unless I've given it to you. But I'll have to look it back up when I run out. So as you can see, I'm coating them really good, and then I'm going to add the tomato onto it. And why don't I add it to the flour? Because you get more flour than seasoning this way. I feel you get more robust flavoring. And now that I've tossed these, and you can see they're thoroughly tossed and coated, I'm going to dip them in flour. This is leftover flour. And I added some whole wheat flour because I didn't have enough, and I'm going to let it sit on this rack a little bit while I take care of a few things, then we'll come back and we'll start braising this. They can hear you, you know that. I think he's talking to everybody. So by actually coating your meat this way, you're just going to have more flavor just all the way around. And then using a stock, and cooking it in a stock, the flavors just get more enhanced. Now the dish I'm making, you can serve over rice. You can serve it over potatoes if you wish, mashed potatoes or chunky potatoes, pasta if you wish. You can go in many different directions. Don't let everybody tell you it's only one way. You can, be different. Do things a little different. Just think of the flavors that you're putting together. I am running out of room. gonna let these sit a bit, and I've got some other work I have to do, and I will be back and we'll finish it. I just want them to sit a bit. So, see you then. Okay. My son is going to be getting me a wine, and I'm going to make that fried chicken again. It's so good. Not a modern one. I'm going to go back where I found the mothers of this country made this recipe. And he asked the guy to get me a wine that would go back to that time, sort of. And the guy said, we know exactly where to go to get you a good wine that was made at that time. So I'm hoping to get that. As he came in, I had made the fried chicken, this Founding Mother's fried chicken, and he didn't even get into house clothes or clean up. He came through the door, and I had already gone to bed because it was late, so I just threw a towel over because I didn't want to put it in the refrigerator because I knew he was coming in to have some. He ate about half a chicken. It was that good. He said, and then we had it cold. I had it fresh. He had it room temperature. And we had it cold. And any way you serve this chicken, you cannot go wrong with it. It's delicious. You can put some oil in here, in your pot. This is going to be semi-stew, but not really a stew. And that's how we're going to work this. And I think the only thing I want to put in it is actually carrots and celery when it cooks down. I'm still formulating it in my head how I want it to go. Can't taste it very well, but I'm going to hope it works. I need some more in here. And remember, if there's too much fat in it, we can always add lecithin and take care of that problem. As you know, and I have told you, lecithin eats fat up, and the liver produces a whole tablespoon a day. Okay, that's hot. We are going to try farro today, and it is a grain from the Mediterranean area of the world. You can find this at a health food store, or if you have a aisle at your store, a health food aisle, go there. You should find it. It looks like this. Almost like a whole rice or something. I'll show you. That's it right there. Okay, I can't do any better than that, but that's what it looks like. Oh, this has a nice smell, quiet one. I can't smell much, so I have to say quiet, though I'm sure it's much stronger. I just can't smell it that well. But I am feeling better, and I'm getting my senses back. No, I sound funny to myself, you know. I'm going to continue browning these, and when I get them all brown and we're ready to do the next step, I'll be back. I'm on my last batch of getting my stock out. And I am also going to add, which I asked my son, could I take a capful of his whiskey? And he said, yes, I may. So I'm taking a capful of Maker's Mark whiskey. And remember, when you add liquor when you're cooking it, it's cooking the alcohol out. All what you're going to get is the flavor. So it's not like you're causing a problem in the family or anything. It's just you're getting the flavor. Ugh. Nose. Add all this back in. Just one little capful, which is like a teaspoon. Just going to pour it around, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to turn this on high. You're going to start pouring your stock in. That was a vegetable stock I had left over. This is a turkey stock. I know it's beef. Most people put beef with beef, but I'm different. I sit there and I cook the bones of meats that I have, and I add those vegetable peelings that I keep in the freezer. I cook them down and then I use them. So I mix them up, and I find that I get good flavor, so I can't see why I can't continue doing it, you know? It'll be a rich meal. Oh, what the heck. Why not? Now, I'm going to add this, because I know these grains, if you read the instructions, they really take a long time. When you use whole grains, they take a long time to cook. Like here, they're going to say 30 minutes. They want you to soak it. I'm only going to take 1/4 of a cup of this. And I'm going to add it while the meat is cooking. This is loaded with nutrients, because only the husk has been removed. So you got all the B's, all the amino acids, you got everything in it, except the husk, all right? So they can tell you it's got calcium in it, iron, and it's very high in potassium. It's got a few carbohydrates, not much. It's got fiber and protein, 6 grams. Has 6 grams and 1/4 of a cup. But it's the other stuff that I want in there as well. So you can see these grains when you start adding them to stuff that you want to be more nutritious. You see how it works for you. Wait a minute, I'm going to need a cup. So let me rinse these. And this is called farro, and like I told you, it's a traditional grain that comes out of the Mediterranean area. I keep it in the freezer because I know this will go bad. See, I don't want a lot of them added in because then it'll be too much, but 1/4 of a cup, and I just picked the nutritional value up in just so many directions. Plus with the stock and all, I'm not missing much in it. Because they take a long time to cook, and this is going to take a long time to cook. They'll be completely done, but they won't be overwhelming in the dish. Sneaky way of getting nutrients into your family. So we're going to let this, bring it to a boil, and I'm going to turn it down and let it cook. And the water, or if you wish to say the stock, is going to reduce and get nice and thick. And that's what we're looking for. So I'll see you hours after. Let me get the lid on it. Bring it to a boil. So when it comes to a boil, turn it down. We're going to let this cook until it's nice and tender. I mean really tender. Okay, see you then. Okay, it's been cooking about an hour on the simmer. And it is reducing. So I'm going to add, I think I want to put 2 carrots in it, you know. I'm going to cut these carrots thin. And the grain is cooked, is very tender. So as it reduces, it's going to get thicker, which is really, really nice. This is how thin I'm cutting them, okay, to give you an idea. I'm really cutting them really thin. You know some of that seasoning you get? That we made and added. We're gonna add it into the gravy now. Bring more flavor into it. Not done. You might have to start adding salt. I really don't want to add any, but I'll taste and see what I'm adding. It's a bit spicy. I can't remember what I put in those seasonings. But whatever it is, the whole mixture has a nice bite to it. I'm just going to let this continue cooking for probably another hour or so because I want it to reduce even more. I want to make it a thick gravy. And all we did was add some carrots, 2 carrots, and the kamut, the whole grain. Which one was it that I added? Let me see. Yes, the Ethiopian kamut. But it has a nice bite to it. So I'm just going to let this continue cooking. Because I add the carrots and seasonings, I brought it to a boil, and turn it back down, and let it continue simmering. This dish that I'm making, I'm going to be serving over mashed potatoes. For the new ones on this, I avoid peeling my potatoes at all costs. The skins actually prevent gray hair, and so if you're graying early, it strengthens your gray hair. It can hold back the years of getting gray. I haven't even finished graying yet. I've got a lot of my natural color in the back of my head, but I've just grayed more around the front. So eating these and peelings of your vegetables when you make stock, if you use your peelings, it's not just the nutrients on the inside, there's also nutrients on the outside. When you think about it, these things grow in the ground and they have to defend themselves. So they have antibiotics and stuff, I'm sure, running along their skins. And we peel all that up and we throw it away. I don't. What I do is I put them in bags and I freeze them, my peelings, until, now if you're going to peel your potatoes, you can use the peelings and throw them in with your vegetables if you wish. You'll still be getting the nutrient value because your gray hair needs these skins. Actually, the skin has exactly what all hair needs. I get so tired of hearing people saying, just use this one thing or take this one thing and that it'll correct this problem or that problem. The thing is that it takes a whole conglomerate of nutrients to do what they have to do. Now I dice mine small because I don't want to peel them. But I have talked about gray hair and the peelings of potatoes and what they do for you. So let me continue. I got a lot to do, and I'll be back. Now a lot of people fill this pot all the way up, way high with water. You don't have to. You only have to fill it about a ½ inch to 1 inch above your potatoes, and that's it. Now the reason I'm dicing them so small is I'll have little pieces of skin throughout my mashed potatoes. When you have chunks, it looks a little awkward, but this way it gives it a nice look. This is just a simple mashed potato I'm making today. So you don't have to cover your potatoes and put the water all the way up here. You just have to go a little over your potatoes, and that's it. This smells so good. I have a beautiful gravy here, and I'm going to take it out and show it to you. Just want to make sure I got one little thing first. Yes, I got it. And the meat is, yes it is. Okay. And you can see the little grains in it as well. Not much, not that clear, but you know, they're there too. And I will show you what this looks like. Try not to pour it next to you or in your direction. If you go like this, there's a good chance that you'll end up getting burnt, splattered or something. And here it is. This is it. You saw it. We are done with it. I can't really tilt it to you that well. I can only go like this. But that's what it looks like. Take care and enjoy your day.